two students in Year 12 in Firbank, Alana Curran and Bayer Oyen? Bayer Oyen. My apologies. Please come on up.
Okay. Hi everyone, and thank you for coming tonight. I'm Alana and this is Bayer. And we're both prefects and members of the Environmental Action Group at Firbank Grammar. And I'm also the Environmental Captain. And when we were invited to speak at this conference, we weren't exactly sure what we'd be talking to about. We decided to focus on how we can and how we have been involving and inspiring young people to help them understand why we need action on climate change and what they personally can do to make a difference. The reason we see this as really important is that it is this generation who will be forced to feel the effects of climate change and have to come up with the solutions. They say change begins at home, so we'd like to focus on what we've been doing in our school community to engage the youth and what we'll be doing in the future. We'll talk to you about some of the successes we've had, but also the problems we've faced and what we've learned from them.
So at Firbank, we really encourage student participation. So we have the Environmental Action Group, or the EAG, which we call for short. And this is a student-run body that meets every week, and they're responsible for gathering ideas and promoting and upholding sustainability. So change, we think, begins with education. So the EAG has carried out many initiatives throughout the year to inform students about environmental issues. This year we held quizzes focusing on reducing energy consumption during assembly, as well as holding what we call a Green Week. So we've realised as EAG members that in order to engage young people in environmental issues, we need to keep activities and events pretty simple, pretty low cost, and memorable. You only have to look at the success of Earth Hour, for example, to see that something that's not there. Alright. To see that it is easy to remember and simple to implement. So one of our greatest initiatives that we've implemented at school is called Nude Food Lunch Day.
So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's food with no packaging. Nude food. So another initiative we created at school is the Firbank Keep Cup. Firstly, we encourage student involvement by holding a design competition. And the idea of a Keep Cup was successful because they're small and relatively easy way to help people reduce their carbon footprint. And they also help communicate to people that they don't necessarily have to spend big just to save the environment. In fact, it's actually more cost effective. So as many coffee shops and also our school canteen in particular that give students a discount for the Green Keep Cup.
So while we've had many great successes like these, we've also learned what doesn't work for youth, and this is mostly discovered through a lot of trial and error activities that we've implemented. So perhaps the most common example that I can give you is that we tried to do a Firbank market activity where we tried to organise a marketplace on our school oval where students could sell their clothes, their books, and basically anything to encourage reusing and recycling. This wasn't as well received as some of our other projects, and so at the EAG we've managed to sort of narrow it down to two reasons. The first being that it was a bit too complicated, and the second being that it required a $12 deposit on hiring a stall. So clearly youth don't like spending that much money, but we've learned from it, so yeah.
Yeah, so even though this didn't work, we learned a lot from it. We've also learned that the take-up rate in younger year levels is quite high, especially because some of the activities that we do are things that students have done in primary school. With the older year levels, take-up rates are slightly lower because we have to compete with BCCAG and other student groups. So it's all about finding the best way to communicate to a particular audience or age, in this case, and trying to make sustainability activities as enjoyable and simple as possible. Facebook, for example, and other social networks are a great way to communicate activities. Assembly, not a guarantee everyone will get the message. It's not everyone's listening. With regards to communicating to younger people about how they can reduce their energy consumption in the classroom, we found that having posters directly next to the light switches, electronic whiteboards, and actually on the air conditioner remotes themselves generally make sure people get the message.
So overall, our students have actually really tried to get involved and take action against climate change. We're really proud of our Year 10 girls who last year took home first place at the University of Melbourne's Think Act Green program. And again this year, twice in a row, so they won $5,000 each year. Their proposal to de-lamp the senior school was a really unique idea to combat climate change, and this will be used on an energy efficient lighting project early next year.
In August, the girls will attend again the Melbourne Girls College Environment Conference, at which environmental experts will speak about environmental issues and, more importantly, how to captivate young people to change their behaviour. This information will be then brought back to Firbank, where we are continuously focusing on inspiring our students to both recognise the urgency to enact change and, more importantly, their own capacity. All of these ways are just small examples of how young people can be inspired and passionate to take up action and easily applied to the entire community.